Hello, my name is Mahesh Jadhav. I am assistant professor from FMT Ratnagiri. The topic which I am going to discuss here is what is the negative feedback and what are the advantages of negative feedback, and I will explain one of the example of negative feedback by using one circuit. So first, negative feedback means feedback signal and input signal both are out of phase. They are having 180-degree phase shift. See, what is the requirement for feedback amplifier? It consists of two parts. One is the amplifier and second is the feedback circuit. Amplifier means the circuit which increase the amplitude of the signal without changing the shape. So this is the amplifier with the gain AV is the gain of the amplifier. Feedback circuit means some part of the output signal is given to the input, that is the feedback circuit. So this is the MV, that is the feedback fraction. So value of the feedback fraction is from between 0 to 1. So when we apply the negative feedback, at that time actual input going to the amplifier is 101 millivolt minus 100 millivolt. So 1 millivolt is the input going to the amplifier. So without feedback, so amplifier, in this case amplifier gain is a 10,000, means 10 volt divided by 1 millivolt, so that is the 10,000 gain. So when we apply the negative feedback, the amplifier gain is reduces, that is the 10 volt divided by 101 millivolts, so gain is a 100. So next point is what are the advantages of negative feedback? The first advantage is gain stability. See, so gain is a stable in case of negative feedback. It does not vary due to the transistor parameter or supply voltage variation. See, we can prove this by mathematical expression. This is the equation. AVF is a voltage gain with negative feedback is equal to AV is a voltage gain without negative feedback divided by 1 plus AV into MV. This is the feedback factor. So if we assume this AV-MV product is greater than unity, then equation changes AV upon AV into MV. So AV get cancelled. So AVF is equal to 1 upon MV. So this equation indicates that the gain depends upon feedback network, and in feedback circuit we use resistive component. So value of that component does not vary due to the transistor parameter or supply voltage variation. Second advantage is it reduces the nonlinear distortion. The large signal stage having nonlinear distortion because its voltage gain changes at various points in a cycle. So negative feedback reduces the nonlinear distortion in the large signal amplifier. So mathematical equation for this distortion is with the feedback is equal to distortions without feedback divided by 1 plus AV MV. Next advantage is it improves the frequency response. So we use a resistive network in a feedback. So voltage gain of the amplifier is independent on the signal frequency. So it improves the frequency response of the amplifier. The circuit is stable in case of negative feedback because circuit parameters output of the amplifier is changed due to the temperature or frequency or signal amplitude. So in case of negative feedback, the circuit is stable. What is the effect of negative feedback on input impedance and output impedance? So input impedance effect, it depends upon which type of mixing is at the input side. Whenever there is a series mixing, the input impedance increases. Whenever there is a shunt mixing, input impedance is decreases. In case of output, it depends upon the sampling. Whenever there is a current sampling, output impedance increases. Whenever there is a voltage sampling, output impedance decreases. So effect of negative feedback on bandwidth is the bandwidth of the amplifier is increases due to the negative feedback. So this is the circuit of the emitter follower. In this case, what is the difference between emitter follower and common emitter? In this case, RC resistor is absent here and RE is not bypassed. Emitter follower means we are applying input signal to the base and we get the output at the emitter. Output voltage and input voltage are same. There is no phase shift between input and output. So this is the emitter follower. So voltage gain of this emitter follower is equal to 1. This is the current amplifier. This is the current amplifier. Important characteristics is having high input impedance and low output impedance. So this property is useful for impedance measuring. So what are the characteristics of the emitter follower? The first characteristic, it having no voltage gain. The gain of the emitter follower is very close to the 1. High current gain and power gain. high input impedance and low output impedance. Input and output AC voltages are both in a phase. So what are the application of emitter follower? The first application is we can use this as a current amplifier. For example, in digital electronics we require the current amplifier. This is a two-stage amplifier, so we can increase the gain, current gain, by using a emitter follower. The second application is for impedance matching. So emitter follower having high input impedance and low output impedance. So this property is used for impedance matching. So we can transfer the maximum power from source to the load by using the emitter follower.